and welcome to playoff football here on Cable 15 as the Newport Greyhounds and the Searcy Lions meet for round two in round two. The Lions, big convincing winners over the Greyhounds back early in September. 52-21 victory, a 31-point margin, and the Lions feel like that they can do it again, even though they're absent some kids. You know the story about the 15 young men who walked off the team at midseason. Well, since then, Searcy has built a lot of character, a lot of leadership, and won a lot of football games, including winning their way into the playoffs from the tough Western Conference, which features the likes of Harrison, Alma, and Greenwood. Well, it's at Searcy tonight. The first game earlier this year was at Newport, so the Lions feel like they have all the advantage on a cold, cold evening with temperatures near freezing as we get ready to kick this off. We got a couple of folks here that we want to talk to about playoff football. First is former Greyhound Micah Thompson. Hi, big guy. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, this is fun, exciting playoff football, and I know that all the Greyhound fans down there are ready to go.
We've been ready for a while now. I miss it so much. It's just great to come. I've been to every game except for one. It was college. Held me back a little bit, but it's been great. I love it. I
know, like you say, it's something that you dearly miss, and I know all of us, all us old Greyhounds, wish we had one more ball game to play. But hey, let's help them win one tonight.
I'll do my best.
All right, Micah, go cheer them on. Let me get Coach Bill Keaty, former Greyhound head football coach and athletic director, in here. Bill, a lot of times down through the years we've seen in playoffs where a team will lose in the regular season. More often than not, it seems like they come back and win in the playoffs.
Well, that seems to kind of be the standard, Bud, but I think this year, boy, it's really a messed up deal. You know, you would think that may be true in this situation, but looking back, I think we're a completely different football team than we were earlier in the season. And looking at the Searcy situation, the turmoil that they have had, you know, they've lost some kids and they've really fought back, and character is kind of their name. And I think that, you know, they kind of just stand each other off. I think we're just going to come out here and have a football game against two good football teams, and I like our chances, honestly.
We've been associated with a lot of teams the last 25 years that made it to the Final Four, but this was one that we certainly thought had no chance to make it to the Final Four.
Well, earlier in the season, you know, I mentioned this is a completely different football team. Our personality was nothing like it is now. We're a power-type football team on offense with running backs that are, you know, the 200 and 220-pound category kids that just run through you. They can get sharper, quicker blocks. They don't have to have the big hole because we got linemen that can move. They're not great big kids, and that way, by playing some of these linemen that aren't great big, we've been able to play a lot of the bigger kids one way on defense. So we've helped our football team, I think, on both sides of the ball. Plus, I think we have a great amount of momentum going into this ball game. I think our ball game against Batesville and then the playoff game last week has really helped this team's confidence.
Quickly, hard to judge a psychological advantage, if there is one, because of what happened to Searcy during the year and how much better our ball club has been playing.
Well, I totally agree with you, and that's why I say I think this is just a 50-50 type situation as far as those things are concerned. And again, I like our chances. I think we have the best football team. You say, why in the world would you say that? The way they handled us in the first part of the year, simply because we are a completely different football team, and in my opinion, a much better football team.
Coach Bill Keaty, who'll be helping assist the Newport coaches from the press box some here this evening, and his help, of course, is always appreciated. You see the captains meeting out at midfield on a cold, cold night. I mean, it's a great night for football with temperatures near the freezing mark as we get ready to kick this one off and get started. Newport and Searcy in the rematch. The winner gets to go, folks, to the Final Four, and will play either Little Rock Fair or a Potent Greenwood club. And it looks as though Newport has won the toss and has elected to receive the football. This game is brought to you under the auspices of the Arkansas Activities Association, whose members are responsible for the Arkansas State High School playoffs. The schools participating are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. Well, we get ready to go, and we're going to have Newport assistant coaches here in the booth with us. KOKR B96.7 is just down from us, and the Searcy TV bunch is here also. A lot of statewide media. The cold weather has held the crowd down somewhat, far from a sellout. And I thought Searcy folks would have a sellout, but it's near freezing, and that has something to do with it. Now as the Hounds come onto the field with his tag team partner Randy Klepechka, as the Newport Greyhounds try to make it to the Final Four, here's the football television voice of the Hounds, David Black.
Thanks, Bud, and welcome everybody to what should be an exciting Friday night of football. You'll be watching either on Saturday morning or on Wednesday. Just a reminder, if you are watching on Saturday morning, you just caught part of the game and want to watch it all, it'll be on Wednesday night instead of Tuesday at the regular starting time, the Tim Branham Show at 6:30. Randy, talk a little bit about this Searcy Ball Club. We know what they did to the Greyhounds.
Yeah, we remember that one well. They went 5-5 in the regular season and, of course, won their first playoff game last week. Started off with a powerful AAA school in Ozark. Ozark really drummed them 55-26, and then, of course, they came to Newport, and we all remember that one. A Batesville game, they lost 21-14, and then the top two teams in the West, they got beat fairly good by both those teams. Greenwood beat them 31-24. Alma beat them 41-20, and then they went on their little winning streak, beating Siloam Springs 14-0. Harrison, they ended up in a three-way tie with Harrison and Morrilton, and Searcy and Morrilton got the playoff spots, but they beat Harrison 17-7, beat Greenwood 28-13, beat Bologna 31-20, lost to a Morrilton team 15-0. Of course, their first game in the playoffs last week, they lost to Monticello 16-13, so they're 6-5 on the year. They went 4-3 in the conference.
Yeah, and you would think coming in, Randy, that this Searcy Ball Club would be a very, very confident one.
Yeah, they're the talk of the state, really. I saw some stuff on Channel 11 this week and other channels. People are really talking about how they've come together since their defections earlier in the season. So, they're kind of the Cinderella story around the state, and they feel a lot of confidence because of that, I think.
Yeah, and they have statewide recognition being that Cinderella team, as you mentioned. But, really, Randy, right there in Jackson County, what a Cinderella season it's been for the Hounds.
Yeah, I think we're a Cinderella story as well. Maybe not as well known around the state, but, of course, we got off to a slow start, played a bad first quarter against Jonesboro, and about the first 13 minutes of that game, really, then came back and won that one. And, our worst game of the year by far against Searcy, but we've come on since then, and really, especially the last three games, going back to Greene County Tech and then Batesville and then Arkadelphia last week, this team has really come together and played well.
But it should be exciting.
I don't think it's going to be anything but exciting, David. I know our coaches are confident. As Coach Bill Keedy said in our pregame, that thinks the Greyhounds are the better football team that made that much improvement. We have to hold on to the football on a cold night and physically come out and try to dominate the football game. The action here on Cable 15, and we apologize for the camera bouncing around, but where Galen is standing there, a lot of people walking by and making the camera bounce, and so take some Dramamine and try not to get seasick looking at it. It's brought to you in part by Edward D. Jones and local agent Jim Brandt, 1420 McLean Street, 523-8780 for retirement programs, individual stocks, mutual funds, school education funding policies. It's the Edward D. Jones Company and local agent Jim Brandt, serving well over 600 folks now in the Newport Jackson County area. 1420 McLean, 8780. It's Jim Brandt at Edward D. Jones Company.
We are just about ready to go. It'll be Jerry Brown, Fred Brown, and Roderick Spearman deep for Newport. And this is a short kick, fielded by the Searcy Lions and recovered by the Searcy Lions. And the Lions get the first big break of the football game. The kick was short. Nobody from the Greyhounds tried to field the football. And some discussion going on. There should be no question over there. That's Searcy's football all the way. Yes, sir. Searcy will have the football inside the 45-yard line.
A little unique kind of onside kick, I guess you'd call it, all the way up in the air, and none of our guys really reacted to it. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but it certainly stayed in bounds, and that's all this Searcy teams need is momentum.
Yeah, and they're going to start with great field position at the Newport 44-yard line. Quarterback under center. Quarterback sneak, and he goes to about the 40-yard line. Pretty good gain on first down for the quarterback.
Yeah, just straight quarterback sneak. Ryan Armstrong on the play along with a couple others, but a gain of 4. Nice play on the quarterback sneak.
That's Matt Garlington. What a player he is. The Searcy football team very, very confident. Just a point and note of interest that the Newport Greyhounds never stopped the Searcy Lions in the ball game several weeks ago. Searcy never punted in the contest. 2nd down and 6 for the Lions. This is the big fullback for a short gain inside. Vernon Rucker along with Richard Greer, a pickup of a couple of yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd down for Searcy. Set the Newport defense for you. It's Linnell Ellis at an end. Vernon Rucker and Vincent Grady at the tackles. Richard Greer, Stacy Moore, the linebackers. Nick Doyle at a defensive end. Ryan Armstrong at a nose. It is Cook, E.J., Lamar, and Jerry Brown in the secondary.
Maybe the fullback just killed us at Newport, with the second game of the season. Had well over 100 yards, I'm sure, and we need to stop him.
3rd down and 3. Inside trap play. Stuffed by the Greyhounds, but Searcy with some extra adage in the running game, up 1st down to near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you can tell they're just playing real hard. EJ made the play, but not before a gain of 8 yards, and this Searcy team is fired up and just a motivated team.
Yeah, bad break for the Greyhounds. You just can't have, boy, I know you didn't see it on camera, but Coach Richie Mathis was having a hissy fit talking to his lineman on the kickoff receiving team. About as hot as I've seen Richie in several years.
1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line in Greyhound territory. Quarterback rolls right, room to run, played well by Linnell Ellis. Short gain on the play as Garlington will go up to the 27-yard line. Played well that time by Linnell.
Yeah, had a pretty good hole there, but Linnell just made a kind of a shoestring tackle there. A gain of 3, brings up 2nd down and 7.
Let me tell you what, this Searcy football team drove it 70-something yards last week. In the last 7 minutes, kept the football for 7 of the last 8.5 minutes in their victory over Monticello for the winning touchdown. A classic Searcy offense. I formation for the Lions. Quarterback to throw. Throwing deep, looks up, played well by Lamar Esslinger, incomplete. Searcy going for it all, and Lamar had it played beautifully.
Played perfect, and he looked up for the ball. You know, we always get concerned when the defenders don't look back for the ball. Lamar got good position, then looked up. I thought the guy almost caught it, but incomplete 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 7.
And good defensive play by Lamar, and because Searcy, man, had a step to begin with, and big play early in the football game. David, you said if the Lions scored first here tonight, the Hounds would have trouble, so let's try to stop them on 2 more plays.
Yeah, simply because the Hounds never did stop them at Newport, the 2nd game of the year. 3rd down and 7, a big play coming up here early in the football game. Quarterback rolls left, to throw. Throw's got a man wide open. It's a touchdown, Searcy Lions. A 27-yard pass, and who made the catch?
Trying to see.
I think it was number 30, Joe Dacus.
Well, they made that look easy, folks, no doubt about it. 9:37 to go in the 1st quarter, and Searcy recovers the kickoff, and in a short number of plays, they're in the end zone, and the guy was absolutely wide open all by himself. As a matter of fact, had to jump a little bit to catch the football. It was almost slightly overthrown. And that was the only problem the Lions had with that. Was he going to be tall enough to get it?
Yeah, that's what Searcy did against the Hounds earlier this year, but this Newport Greyhound team will come roaring back, I can assure you. The kick looks good. It is, and Searcy leads 7-0.
Art Bell on the extra point. He's an outstanding kicker, having to go through really playing all the time now. Split receiver, defensive back, and kicker, and an excellent extra point there.
The Sonic Drive-In of Newport, one of our great sponsors with their November specials, the extra long cheese coney and tater tots, just $2.79. That's all you pay. Extra long cheese coney and tater tots, only $2.79 at Sonic Drive-In, 1104 Malcolm in Newport. It's a cold night, but the Searcy Lions have started here tonight where they left off at Newport a couple of months ago, making it look easy and going right down the field for an early 7-0 lead. And David, still, this entire football season, we hadn't stopped these guys a single time.
No, but the Hounds are going to get a lot more opportunities tonight. What the Hounds are going to have to do is be field the kick. You got to field the kick and get you some good field position.
Bell is in kicking position. Jerry Brown deep.
It'll be Art Bell.
Number 80, that's where he's kicking up.
And he will kick deep this time. Fred Brown back to the 14, fumbles the football there, and here comes Fred. Tripped up and down at the 20, and the Searcy Lions are fired up.
I just playing with all kinds of emotion. Return of about 7. I thought Fred had some room here, but just got flying in there, tripping him up, and bad field position for the Hounds.
Yeah, the Hounds will start 1st down and 10. Ball near the 20-yard line. 9:32 to play here in the 1st quarter. Searcy already on the board. Newport's offense led by Bo Braun. Watkins and Moss to the left side. Ronnie Delcase, your Newport Greyhound quarterback. This is Linnell Ellis running right. Linnell over the 24-yard line. A pick up of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, it didn't look like a lot there, but I believe he got about at least 4 on the play, maybe a long 4 to 5, so not a bad 1st down play.
The holes there.
2nd down and 6.
It's
There, he's got to stay up in the
He ran right into the corner. 9:10 to play here in the first quarter as Cook Spearman will come out of your screen left. E.J. Giles, the slot back. Ellis and Greer are the running backs. Linnell near the 30, and he's near a Greyhound first down. Just power football.
No problem. It was to the one gap, A gap. No problem.
And the Greyhounds are going to be close enough. Will there be a measurement?
I think he's got it if they spot it where it looks like they are. It looks like maybe a gain of almost 7 on the play. First down, Greyhounds.
First down and 10, Hounds. Hounds running the belly series the first couple of plays. Ball out to the 30-yard line. The Hounds thought that they could put points on the board against this Searcy defense. Nothing there.
Everything's to the head side. I don't know why.
Yeah, just shot the gap there. Defender all the way in there. No gain on the play. Thought it was a loss of 1, but really close to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
Off tackle.
Greyhounds trying to not let the ball game get away early. Boy, I tell you what, David, after being fired up like we thought we were and Searcy to take it and get some breaks and score easily, a little discouraged right now.
Yeah, second down and 10 for the Hounds. Have some numbers on the left side here, and that's where the Hounds come. Boy, Searcy's defense just playing well. Dacus again 30, and he's a player.
No doubt about it. Richard Greer about 3 yards on the play. Third down and about 7. A probable passing situation for the Greyhounds here. Lamar Esslinger brings a play in.
7:58 to play in the first quarter. Hounds trail 7-0. It's a Searcy football team that finished 5-5 on the year. Complete for Lamar. Lamar at the 50. Lamar at the 40. Lamar at the 30. At the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Newport Greyhounds. From the 33. 67 yards for the score. And Lamar falls in the end zone. Now he's up, 67 yards.
Yeah, just an out pattern there, and the defenders jumped up on a little bit too much, and Lamar got past them. Lamar caught it, just 67-yard run to sprint to the end zone right there, and they weren't going to catch him. Linnell Ellis to attempt the extra point. It's been something that's kind of been an adventure the last couple of weeks. Hopefully we can get these extra points.
Well, it was amazing, Randy, the starting field position that the Searcy Lions had in the first football game. Maybe when the Hounds come up kick here in a little bit, they can start Searcy somewhere in their own territory.
Yeah, hopefully Linnell can kick it in the end zone.
Lamar got that on his own. Great pass by Delcase. Good job of blocking by the offensive line. High snap, and the kick is blocked. Hounds with all kinds of trouble last week trying to make conversions, but Searcy still remains in the lead, 7-6.
7:31 remaining. First quarter, the Hounds have answered and now trail by only 1. Farmers Oil Corporation, for well over 50 years, has taken care of their customers, whether it's their full-service service station or on the farm delivery of petroleum products. Boy, Smithy and all the crew appreciate the opportunity to serve you at Farmers Oil Corporation. Also, Norman Baker Pharmacy on McLean. We welcome them to our playoff broadcast. They'll be with us throughout our basketball season also. Mary Davis and the crews over there, the Bakers, will take care of you with professional quality prescription service. And hey, it's winter time and the cold air and old winter weather. You can use the convenience of their drive-through window at Norman Baker Pharmacy, 1117 McLean Street in Newport. They'll get those prescriptions filled right and in a hurry at Norman Baker Pharmacy.
Hounds right back in the football game at 7-6. The extra points are always important. And once again, talking about starting field position, I don't think Searcy's ever started in their end this year. Short kick, fielded by Searcy, and Searcy will have the football in great field position at the 41-yard line. I don't think that's exactly the way the Hounds playing that one.
Sure not. Linnell's been kicking the ball deep pretty good, and then last week after that return that Arkadelphia made, we've just been kicking those short kicks trying to not give up the return, but boy, you can't give up field position like that.
Can the Newport defense shut down the Searcy offense? First down and 10 from the Newport 41-yard line. 7:28 to play here in the first quarter. 7-6 in favor of the Lions. Fullback still on his feet, still running. First or near a first down. He's going to be short by about a yard. Is the big tank, James Godwin.
Boy, he's a guy that killed us the first time. Just a tough, I mean, he's a classic prototype fullback, about 6'1", 210, and just makes those tough yards. Gained about 9 on the play.
Second down and 1. 6:59, clock moving here in the first quarter. We knew it would be exciting. Split backs for the Lions. And I didn't see anybody. Offsides.
With motion.
And the officials, dead ball foul. That'll be against Searcy. Hey, that's big.
David, a guy on the left side of their line, just, I mean, a minute flinch, to say the least. That may have been what they called. I mean, I saw the guy move just a tad. I didn't think it was enough to call it, but that may have been what it was.
So instead of second down and 1, it'll be second down and 6. Ball back to the 44-yard line. Quarterback to throw. He's in trouble. Containment there by E.J. Can't get there. Greer is there. But, boy, just give Garlington credit. It was a busted play that was going to be the tight end pop pass. The Hound defense held the tight end up on the line of scrimmage, and Garlington just made a big play out of nothing.
Yeah, just got outside. We had a guy there, but just barely got outside him. Luckily, Richard and Jerry Brown were over there to make the play. Really no gain. Brings up 5-yard gain after the penalty. 3rd down and 1.
Newport Greyhounds with another opportunity to stop Searcy for the first time all year.
Hey, you can't stop them for the second time till you stop them for the first time. We're going to have a big play here. How about a fumble? Searcy not prone to turn the football over. Fullback, first down, tackled by Ryan Armstrong into Newport Greyhound territory.
Yeah, again, that fullback's just so tough to stop. A gain of about 4 on the play. Ryan and a couple others on the play, but a big first down.
Yeah, the ball will go to the 47-yard line in Newport Greyhound territory. First down and 10. Cross. Tackled by Nick Doyle, but still a big gain on first down for Searcy.
Yeah, a gain of about, looks like about 4 yards on the play. And, boy, you know, they just keep on getting 4 or 5 yards of play.
Yeah, second down and a long 6, we'll call it. 5:49 to play in the first quarter. Playing at Searcy in the quarterfinals of the 4A state championship. Winner will be at home next week. Ball game will be Newport or Searcy hosting either Fair or Greenwood. Tight end there is ineligible. Tailback. Not much there, trying to get near the 40-yard line, and he's going to be stacked up a little short of that mark.
Yeah, Ryan Armstrong and Stacy Moore, pretty good defensive play. Looks like a gain of about 3 at best there. It's going to be another big 3rd down play for this Greyhound defense.
Clock continues to move with 5:10 remaining here in the first. Hounds have never led against the Lions this year. Trail 7-6 here. Third down and 4. Room to the outside. First down, Searcy. Just lining up and whipping the Newport Greyhounds.
Yeah, nothing fancy whatsoever. Just a little play outside and just, you know, just enough for a first down, another 5 or 6 yards.
Hound defense has got to tighten here, bud.
Well, Searcy doing something Arkadelphia couldn't do, moving the ball and moving it on the ground and moving it at will. And we say we hadn't stopped them all year. They stopped themselves a couple of times during the regular season when we played them by fumbling the football. The Newport Greyhounds have not a single time in a game and a quarter been able to stop them yet.
Confusion by Searcy. Now they get it squared away. Fullback. Short gain on first down this time. Stacy Moore among others. Richard Greer off the bottom of the pile.
Armstrong and Greer making the stop.
Pickup of at least 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3 on the play. And again, you know, that's a little better than last time, but still 3 yards of play. That's just exactly what they want to do, run that clock and control the ball.
Yeah, I would think Searcy's idea winning this football game is to shorten the game. And it is 2nd down and 7. We'll give him 3 from about the 32. Split backs.
Motion.
And another motion penalty, this time against Searcy again. We speculate. Yes, it is.
I think so. It'll be 2nd down and about 12 or 13 there. You know, let's stop them, keep them from getting that big play.
A legal procedure, and boy, bring up 2nd down and longer than 10.
Kirtner Lumber Company, one of our fine sponsors here on Cable 15 TV. Kirtner Lumber Company recognizes the great tradition of Greyhound football and the success of our student athletes and wishes the Greyhounds best of luck. Kirtner Lumber Company at the Air Base. And it's time for a great buffet at KFC. Noon evening meal, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fullback. Still on his feet. Good power play down to the 31-yard line. A pickup of at least 5. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long being 6 yards.
Yeah, one of the longest ones they've had so far. Ryan Armstrong, Linnell Ellis, and Stacy Moore on the play. Big play for our defense, although it may be 4-down territory.
3:04 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-6 in favor of the Searcy Lions. Full house backfield this time. Watch the back out of the backfield. Straight handoff to the fullback. Near a 1st down, but he's going to be a little short.
A little short, but 4th down and very short. And they'll definitely go for this one. We're going to have to stop this. We're just whipping us on the line of scrimmage right now.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down and 1. Can the Hound defense hold here on 4th and 1? You expect it to be the big fullback. 1st down line, still on his feet, still driving, down to the 20-yard line. Searcy Lions are powerful.
They're powerful. You know, we had good lick on him, but just didn't lock up. Finally, Stacy made the play. EJ was in on it, but a big 7-yard gain, and they're driving.
Yeah, down to the 20. Thank you. 1:58 to play here in the first quarter. Searcy just grinds it and grinds it and grinds it. Quarterback to throw, in trouble, breaks out of that trouble. Greer had him for a sack, and Garlington back to the original line of scrimmage. Just an athlete making something out of nothing, or at least making something in that he took away a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, it should have been a loss. Vincent Grady, Ryan Armstrong, and also Stacy Moore on the play.
2nd down and 9. Searcy in field goal territory here. Well, the one thing that Searcy wanted to do would be keep the football away from the Newport offense. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Lions. Garlington option right, room to run. Garlington down near another 1st down. Going to be a little short, bring up 3rd down and about a 1/2 yard.
Yeah, gain of about 7 or 8 on the play, and it's just more of the same. The first time they went outside with the quarterback, but a big gain for Searcy.
Pretty obvious, Dave, in this scheme that the Greyhounds are not going to stop the Searcy Lions. They're going to have to adjust.
Yeah, the Hounds are running a 5 front with 2 linebackers. 3rd down and 1. Fullback, 1st down to about the 7.
Yeah, just whipping us. I mean, there's not much you can say about it. Just domination, and gain of about 4 on that play, and they're right there inside the 10 now.
Yeah, down to the 7-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Lions. They don't turn it over. They don't beat themselves. They play field position. And the first quarter winding down with only 13 seconds to play. Inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We played one at Searcy. Searcy on the attack, trying to go up by at least a score. They're up by 1, leading 7-6.
Payless Rentals is moving from their location out in the Village Mall. They're moving to 803 Malcolm Avenue next door to Jack's TV. We'll continue to do business in our current location until November 27th, and then we'll be moving to 803 Malcolm next door to Jack's TV. We appreciate your patience during this time of inconvenience as Payless Rentals moves to 803 Malcolm Avenue in Newport. Payless, been there for years. We plan on staying in Newport, Arkansas, and serving your furniture and appliance needs, rental or sales. It pays to have Lakeside on your side. Lakeside Chevrolet Buick full-size pickup trucks. 1.9% financing is available. As you look at the Newport cheerleaders there and the Newport sideline, full-size Chevy pickups, 36-month financing at just 1.9%. It's an outstanding deal. Well, the Hounds start the second quarter, and for 5 quarters now, Newport's been unable to even slow down the Searcy offense. And Newport assistant coaches up here and volunteers trying to figure something out defensively for the Hounds.
There's Coach Herbert Lewis in the middle of his Greyhound defense. 7-6 is our score. In favor of Searcy, and Searcy trying to go up 13-7. 13-6, excuse me. Second down and goal from the 4. Third back through, touchdown Lions. Dacus with a 4-yard run, capping a 59-yard drive. Searcy has just been unstoppable for the Hounds.
Yeah, just unreal. I mean, you look at some of these other teams, that 2-8 Siloam Springs team only scored 14 on them. Morton, they didn't score anything on Morton. So, you know, we just got to adjust some way defensively and stop this team. 13-6.
Art Bell to kick after the Dacus 4-yard run. Coming with 11:56 to play here in the second. The Hounds are just going to have to outscore them. That kick is no good. 13-6 in favor of Searcy.
Newport Federal Savings Bank, Olivia Drive in Newport would like to take this opportunity to tell you about Direct Teller. That's a new service we're offering that's now underway. Allows you to obtain information about your accounts 24 hours a day via telephone. Now, this will not replace our efforts to provide you with quick personal service, but we do think it'll be a benefit to those who need information outside normal bank business hours. Call us at 523-3611 to obtain your personal identification number to activate this service. Direct Teller from Newport Federal Savings Bank, 200 Olivia Drive in Newport. Great pizzas, sandwiches, all the fixings, lasagna on Thursday at U.S. Pizza Company, Highway 367 North in town. Jack and Virginia Austin and Jackie and all the crew invite you by anytime for great sandwiches, pizza, salad at U.S. Pizza Company.
We cannot figure out the Searcy Lion offense. This is a squibber. Spearman at the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30, trying to come outside. He's got a little room. Cook to the 40, Cook to the 50, Cook to the 40, Cook to the 30, Cook to the 20, Cook to the 10, Cook out of bounds inside the 10. Roderick Spearman down to the 6-yard line for the Newport Greyhounds.
79-yard return. Cook had a little trouble fielding it. Then found a little crease, went outside to the right, and it was just a foot race, and he went to the 5- or 6-yard line.
Roderick Spearman at the 5, first down and goal for the Greyhounds.
Get 15 out of there. What's he doing on the field?
And we apologize once again for the camera. Galen is filming out on a deck with a lot of people. We'll just do the best we can.
50 look. Tell him 50 look. 50.
Linnell down to the 4. Hounds trying to get within a point here.
Yeah, only 1 yard on the carry. You got to have more than that. One every play just gets us to the 1-yard line, so we got to do better than that, but hopefully we can just punch it.
Second down and goal from the 4. The Hounds must punch it in.
Oh, I hope he's going.
And the Newport Greyhounds led by Bo Braun, Josh Austin, Robert Turner, Nick Doyle. Wide open on the right side if the Hounds go there. There it is. There it is. Get in there, Linnell. Linnell Ellis fighting, and touchdown Greyhounds. Linnell Ellis fights in from the 4-yard line, and the Hounds are right back in the football game.
Right there, and I tell you what, we just got to find a way to stop this football team, and we'll be all right. They haven't stopped us yet either, but got to get this extra point too. We've got to turn this momentum around with extra points that we've had last couple of weeks.
It's off tackle, right?
Hounds go only 5 yards, but we'll take it. Set up by the long run by Cook Spearman.
And we have a 1-point ball game. Both teams have missed an extra point. Newport could tie the game here, trailing 13-12, 11:02 to go in the second quarter. Looks like this is going to be another one, 70 or 80 points at the rate they're going. Extra point attempt. We need a good snap. Ball is down, kick is up, and this one is no good, wide right. So the Hounds still trailed by a point. We hadn't made an extra point in about 6 weeks, it seems like, after all those touchdowns last week, and we couldn't kick one. The Jackson Funeral Homes reminds you of a special program they're having for loved ones that you have lost on Monday night, December 4th at the Jackson's Newport Funeral Home Chapel. It's called A Time for Remembrance. If you would like to be included and have someone that you have lost, a special loved one, to be honored in that ceremony, contact the good folks at the Jackson Funeral Homes in the funeral home in Newport. That date again is Monday night, December the 4th at the Jackson's Newport Funeral Home Chapel. Two-way radio, George Rogers and Company, CenturyTel service for cell phones. Also Rogers Communication and two-way radio. They can put in the internet for you. Pager systems. Stop in and see George and all the crew. Your CenturyTel dealer with cell phone rates starting as low as below $30 a month with lots of minutes included at two-way radio and Rogers Communication, Highway 367 North.
Newport defense will come back on the field. The Hounds have never led against the Searcy Lions. Hounds trailed 7-0 and 7-6, 13-6, and now 13-12. Took the Hounds only 54 seconds to score. Searcy drove it for 7 minutes. Linnell looks like he's going to kick left. Let's kick it deep, guys. Boy, I don't. The Hounds elect to kick short again, and Searcy will get the football at the 49-yard line.
I have no idea what the philosophy is. I guess we're just trying to prevent a long return from one of the deep backs, David. So Searcy gets it right at midfield.
But you got to take your chances there. I'm not going to coach. Bookie's going to come out of the football game. Hounds have some confusion and
Supposed to be kicking it deep.
first down and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Lions. Second back through, going right. Pickup of 5. Boy, Searcy's just not doing anything fancy, just lining up and doing a good job of blocking.
Not at all. I mean, you look at their average, probably about 5 yards a carry, just 5 yards every time. I mean, they've got a range of from 2 to 8 yards on about 15 carries already.
And, David, we don't sugarcoat anything. The Hounds played so well last week, but, you know, quite honestly, their offensive line is just flat whipping our defensive line, what it comes down to.
Yeah, and the Hounds defense is going to have to tighten here. They got 4 on that play. This is the fullback. The Hounds play that one well. First time that Searcy, I think, has gotten a negative or an even. Might have lost a half a yard.
Yeah, big 3, 30, 77, and 7. Greer, Moore, and also Grady on the play, and that's what we got to have.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. About 5, really.
Hounds with an opportunity for a stop here, and now an official timeout as they talk something over. We have 10:02 to go in the first half. Searcy leads by a point, 13-12. Morrilton shut these guys out. They got 16 in the whole game against Morrilton. They got 4, against, who was it? Monticello last week.
3rd down and a long 5. Fumble the football. And Searcy has recovered. And it should be a punting situation for the Lions. Watch the fake.
First negative play of the night for Searcy, a -3. And again, watch the fake, and let's try to get some field position.
Jerry Brown will go deep. Bell to kick. Good snap. And the kick is away, and it's going to go on the right hash mark, and the Hounds will back away from the football and start it there at the 16, 17-yard line.
32-yard punt by Bell there, and that's the first time, I guess, is all year the Greyhounds have stopped them. Let's go offense.
Yes, great job defense.
You bet. We've stopped them 3 times this year, all 3 times on fumbles, but we'll take that last. I think we helped create that one a little bit. Auction Sunday. If you're watching on Saturday morning, the auction is tomorrow at 1 o'clock right here on Cable 15. Don't miss it.
Sweep right, Jerry Brown with some room to run. Can Buki get a block? Jerry still on his feet over the 25-yard line. Big play on first down for Jerry Brown.
Yeah, by far our first big first down play of the game, about 9 yards on that one, and that sets you up in good shape.
Second down and 1. 8:40 to play here in the first half. Hounds trail 13-12. This is only their second offensive possession of the half. Quarterback sneak for a first down, plus some, to near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 4 yards on the quarterback sneak there. Of course, Bo Braun leading the way, and your left guard went a little bit left that time instead of right, and a nice first down play. Let's string them together.
Back him back to the 29.
Well, I hope you folks, I hope KOKR got on the air last night, Friday night. They were having trouble with the phone line, had a cell phone. I know how they feel. Dave and I have been in that position many times before on that radio when that equipment didn't work.
First down and 10 Hounds from the 29. Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown trying to come right. 60 with the tackle. 60 and 30 at linebackers are sensational. Had a big hole, and it closed quickly.
I had a big hole, just couldn't hit it quite quick enough there, and it's going to bring up second down and long yard to go, long 9 to go here.
Lamar Esslinger with a play in from the sideline.
Porky Pig Barbecue today. If you're watching on Saturday, Porky Pig's going to be up at our place at the office about 11:30 this morning. Ribs, sandwiches, a lot of goodies. That's on Saturday the 18th.
Esslinger draws single coverage to the left. And there's Del Case to Lamar, and it's complete at the 40-yard line. First down at 10 Newport Greyhounds.
Got another little out play right there, 9 or 10 yards. One of these days, Lamar's going to turn that thing up and go deep. But again, a big first down for the Greyhounds. Let's string them out.
Lamar comes up limping. He's going to have to come off the field.
It is first down for Greyhound.
7:27 remaining here in the first half. Hounds trail 13-12. Never led in this football game. Nick Doyle, your Greyhound tight end, number 83 on the right side. Good football play on first down is Linnell for 5 and now 6 yards. Good hard running and good blocking by Robert Turner, Nick Doyle, and Josh Austin.
Yeah, that's more like the last couple of weeks right there. That's where the Greyhounds have been playing, about 7 yards for Linnell. Good offensive line blocking right there.
Coach Tim Branham with the call. Yeah, Lamar is back, still a little limp. Second down and 3, we'll call it. 6:40 remaining here in the first half. Ball at the 46-yard line. That's a mix-up in the backfield. Delcase has the ball. Just get down, Ronnie. A mix-up in the backfield as Ronnie ran into the running back. Some confusion. It's going to be a loss on the play and bring up third down and long.
Yeah, and plus there was a defensive tackle right there right away, too, and that just disrupted things even more. Ronnie was lucky to just get away and hold on to the football there. Third down and pretty long.
Will the Hounds show some trickery? On third down and 8. Linnell out of the backfield is complete, short of the first down. And the Hounds, I think, will punt the football.
Yeah, I think we'll punt it here. It'd been nice to get that first down, but you don't want to give up that field position right now.
Yeah, 5:33 remaining. What's Tim Branham going to do? Calls for the punt. It's 4th down and 2. And give the Searcy defense credit for holding out the Greyhounds.
Yeah, they sure did it there. Of course, the mix-up in the backfield and defensive play there was the big thing. Otherwise, we probably would have had the first down.
Andrew Jones to punt. He lines up 15 yards deep. Need a good snap. Had one over his head last week. Great snap. Get it away. He does, and this is a beautiful kick. Get a Greyhound bounce. Finally, Searcy will start at what we consider good defensive field position for the Hounds.
About their own 32-yard line, George Kell Motor Company reminds you full-size GMC pickup trucks, 1.9% money is available, 36-month contract. All you pay is 1.9% on the full-size GMC pickups at George Kell Motor Company. Customer satisfaction is our business. Lions getting ready to come to the line of scrimmage. St. Paul Episcopal Church having their food fair on Saturday morning from 10 until 1 o'clock. Lots of goodies down there at the parish house.
1st down and 10 Lions. Fullback left for about 3 as Godwin goes up to the 35-yard line. 4:43 and the clock moving. Hounds trail 13-12.
Nice play by Brent Martin now in at defensive end, kind of leaning in there and made the tackle from outside, so held it to 3 there.
On the 35, Stacy Moore, Buki Greer, your linebackers. It's Spearman, Brown, LeVar Wyatt, E.J. Giles, all in the secondary. Martin and Ellis are the ends, Rucker and Grady the tackles, and Armstrong in at the nose guard. An official's timeout momentarily, and now we're ready. 2nd down and 7 from the 35. Fullback across the 40 to about the 42. Near a first down. Nothing fancy there, just the fullback. And an official's timeout to measure.
Yeah, just, very basic play with your fullback, and I think he's got the first down. They're bringing the chains in to measure, but I gave him 7 on the play, and that should be a first down.
You'll see the chains being stretched. I made it by a couple of footballs. Hounds have had only 2 offensive possessions in the football game.
Got 2 touchdowns out of those, but well, I tell you what, they just got to figure out a way to stop this bunch. That's the key right now.
Check it, make it 3. We give them an offensive possession when they had the ball on the 5, so that's their 3rd. Quarterback in trouble, Buki Greer with a big hit against Garlington. And Garlington up slowly. Yeah, the Hounds had the 1 possession and started at the 5, a 2-play drive. 2nd down and about 18 to go from the 35. Second back through. Trying to get outside, played well over there by someone who made that hit.
It's E.J. Giles on the play. It's hard to tell first, but E.J. ran him down. It looks like a gain of only about 2 or 3 on the play.
Here's the chance for the Hounds to gain a little momentum here on 3rd down. Boy, about 6 different players come in for Searcy. That's not the punting team. I don't think Coach Mallett's going to punt here on 3rd down. But he puts Mallett in punt formation. I don't think they're going to do it with 2.5 minutes. Okay, Mallett Garlington is under center. They going to quick kick it.
Get away from it.
Get away, Greyhounds.
Get away.
And I tell you what, the Hounds are going to have 2 minutes and 18 seconds to operate here.
Yeah, need a big series here because Searcy will get the ball to start the second half. He may have done that because the quarterback was kind of shaky over there, and that may have been why he did that.
Hounds have it, first down and 10.
One thing I wanted our guys to do was find the ball and get away. It came close to hitting EJ and a couple of others.
Ball will call officially at the 38-yard line. Delcase throws across the middle. It is in and out of Linnell Ellis's hands in double coverage. Incomplete.
And they've just good coverage by Searcy on that play, and really Ronnie would have had to thread a needle. It was close to completion, but just outstanding coverage. 2nd and 10 now.
Clock stops with 2:11 to play here in the half. Hounds not content to go in, trailing by 1, would like to have the lead.
$100 cash giveaway by Kimberbaker Chevrolet Dodge, and also
2nd down and 10 from the 38. Lamar with single coverage at the bottom of your screen.
Timeout, Ronnie.
And the Hounds may be charged with a penalty here. Delay of the game.
Yeah, illegal procedure. It was going to be delay of game, though. I wish Ronnie would have called timeout there, but trying to get the play off. But a little confusion there, and the clock was running down, and that brings up 2nd and 15.
Esslinger with the play. In from Branham. Clock stops, 2:10. It's 2nd down and 15, as Randy said. Ball at the 33-yard line. Lamar draws double coverage. Ronnie looks. He scrambles. Tripped up about the 34-yard line. Lamar got the double coverage. The Hounds are going to run a little Z in, Z out. And Lamar got the double coverage, and it was not open, played well by Searcy.
That day we had a guy there to pick up the oncoming rusher and just didn't pick him up. And if he could have done that, he would have bought Ronnie a couple of seconds there, but didn't pick him up. And Ronnie just had to eat it.
Clock continues to move with 1:38 to play here in the half. The Hounds trail 13-12. Third down and 15. Third down at about 13. Handoff, Jerry Brown trying to come outside. Jerry Brown, first down for Jerry, fumbled the football out of bounds. And depending on the spot, it's near a first down. Jerry had it made but lost the football, and it came back a couple of yards to right at the yard marker. I don't think they're going to mark it and give the Hounds a first down there.
No, he's going to be just a little bit short. I think we'll probably go for it right here. 13 yards on the carry.
About to say offensively, the difference in the last couple of 3 weeks is that Jerry Brown had not been a factor so far here tonight. He was on that play.
Yeah, 3rd and 13, and he got 12 and a half. Clock working against, or the clock is stopped. 4th down in inches. Delcase, first down to the 50, and Tim will have to hurriedly get a play in.
Yeah, we should have all our timeouts, available right now, so we can use those and not let too much get away from us.
Tim quickly with the play, and the clock already starts. Hounds must hurry. Triple receivers for the Greyhounds. Draw play, Jerry Brown trying to go outside. Jerry Brown against the grain at the 40 and tripped up at the 38-yard line. The clock will stop. The clock will stop, or should stop, because of the first down. The Hounds call a timeout and make sure that it stops.
Yeah, we've got 3 timeouts, so you don't have to be quite as judicious as you normally would with 1 or 2 left, so we need to call one there, but a big first down play. Good call.
Well, Jerry looked like he might cut back to the right, which he did, and go a little distance.
Yeah, caught from behind, actually, David, or would have had another at least 10 or 15 yards. That's at about the between the 39 and 38 of Searcy, so pretty good shape. Hounds down to 48 seconds. Greenway Equipment Company reminds you, hunters, we got plenty of Polaris four-wheelers in stock right now. If your old one for hunting season has about seen its better days after a week or two of deer hunting, now the start of duck hunting season, be sure to stop in and see us. We'll make you a great deal on a new Polaris from Greenway Equipment Company. Medallion Foods would like to introduce you to their new corn chip product. Yes, you can get corn chips now with a Medallion name on them. So the next time you're in the Walmart or Sam's Club or Sam's Wholesale around the country, look for the new product from Medallion corn chips.
Hounds have the football at the 38-yard line, but only 48 seconds remaining. Lamar draws single coverage, but off about 12 to 13 yards is Bell. Sweep left. Jerry Brown on his feet.
Timeout.
And the Hounds are going to have to use another timeout here as Jerry gets up to about the 35-yard line. 10 seconds off the clock. Hounds with one timeout left. Hounds are going to have to put it in the air, I think.
Yeah, I think so right here. Well, it's basically down to one timeout. You know, it gets a little risky there trying to run again. You'd have to waste your last timeout. So need to really go to the air right now. 34 yards to go. We still got time to score here, but just gotta use the clock right.
Oh, would it be a huge momentum swing if the Hounds could put points on the board?
You know, everybody's looking past now after the timeout, but as Randy said, have one left, we believe. Don't forget about Brown on the draw play. He's busted a couple of those already this year. He might be able to get you 20 or 25 real quick, and you still can stop the clock.
You can see how cold it is in the Greyhound huddle. Boy, in our camera, we just apologize for our camera bouncing up and down. There's got a lot of people out there on the platform. Second down and 6. Lamar, single coverage. Delcase overthrows Lamar, way off the mark. Linnell Ellis was wide open going across the middle.
Yeah, Ronnie was, zeroing in on Lamar there all the way. Brings up third down. I was thinking that was first down, but it got 5 on the first one by Jerry, so big third down right here, right now.
Was there not 48 seconds to play when the clock stopped? That didn't take 14 seconds, did it? 38, all right, yeah. Good, only took 4. Third down and 6. And Delcase again wide of the mark. And fourth down, and what will the Hounds do here? 28.8 seconds remaining. And the Hounds have to burn their last time out, trying to get a play in with only 28 seconds to go.
Harris Hospital offers expert health care close to home. They're very proud of their new ER Plus. And that Harris Hospital has wait times ranked below the national average. So your loved ones receive great care in the most timely manner possible. We don't play around. New ER Plus at Harris Hospital, expert health care close to home. And Greyhound football throughout the year has been brought to you in part by Merchants and Planters Bank. Whether it's paper or plastic, you get a choice. The Merchants and Planters check card is a fabulous alternative to writing checks, and it is accepted just about everywhere that you see the Visa sign. From Merchants and Planters Bank, local people making local decisions.
Well, it's fourth down and 6. The good thing, the clock stopped on incompletion. Hounds have to get a first down. First down will stop the clock momentarily. Then you could hurriedly go to the line if you can get a first down and spike the ball. Delcase. Screen. Jerry Brown got some blockers out front. Now it's going to close up. Blaine Mallett with a big play for the Lions, taunting Jerry Brown in the Newport sideline.
Yeah, I kind of like the call, just wasn't executed over there, and it's not overwhelmed by Searcy defenders over there. Turn the ball over, and I figure Searcy will just kill it and go to the half, 13-12.
Yeah, some good things is the Hounds have held the Lions on a couple of possessions here in the first half. Hounds had it set up, just couldn't get the block on Mallett. Yeah, I think Garlington will go to a knee. And we have played a half with the score 13-12 in favor of Searcy. A reminder that halftime festivities are coming up next. Well, we apologize. There was no halftime activities. Too cold for the band to be performing out on the field. But with our first half statistics, here's my tag team partner, Randy Klepechka.
Thanks, David. First downs, Newport 6, 4 of those on the ground, 2 through the air. Searcy 7, 6 of those on the ground and 1 through the air. Rushing, Newport 17 carries for 74 yards, led by Jerry Brown, 5 carries for 40. Linnell 7 for 29. Richard Greer 1 for 3, and Ronnie Delcase 4 for 2. For Searcy, 26 carries for a net of 92. Passing, Ronnie was 3 out of 6 for 75 yards, 2 of those to Lamar for 76 yards, and then 1 for a -1 to Jerry Brown. Searcy was 1 out of 2 for the big 27-yard touchdown. Total offense, Newport 149, Searcy 119. Going to the tackle chart. Led by Stacy Moore with 9, Richard Greer with 8, Ryan Armstrong was in on 7, 5 for Linnell Ellis, 4 for E.J. Giles, 3 for Vincent Grady, 2 for Jerry Brown and Nick Doyle, and 1 tackle each for Vernon Rucker and also Brent Martin.
Randy, it was 7-6 at the end of 1. It's 13-12 at the end of 2. How do you see the second half?
Well, we got to come out and stop them. The first thing, this first drive again, Searcy gets it to start the second half. I always hate that. I always like to get it to start the third quarter, but they get it to start the second half, so we're going to have to stop them. And again, if they go score, the momentum's all with them. So a big defensive series would be great to start this second half.
But it's not just imperative to stop them right here, but boy, it would be big.
David, you were talking off camera a moment ago, and we're in a little better shape than we were 2 months ago at halftime. I think we were down 28-14. Came out on the first possession of the third quarter and scored, but then Searcy won the ball game and added a couple of late ones going away. But here the Hounds trail, but only by a point. The extra point's the difference. Newport has missed 2. Searcy has missed 1.
Yeah, it is 13-12. Randy, it should be an exciting second half as we go down the stretch. The winner goes to the Final Four.
Let's hope it is, because it's do or die. The next one's going to be home next week against probably Greenwood. They led, I think, 21-7 last we heard, so they're probably going to be the team in the semifinals. So it's do or die, and we want to go every week. Every week that we go, that's that much better.
It's been a few years since the Hounds have been to the Final Four.
Yeah, I guess 95 probably, wasn't it? That big victory over Malvern down there, one of the great games in Newport Greyhound history. We beat them and then came back, and Watson Chapel got us for the second straight year. So it's been about 5 years.
Hounds will be kicking off, and Linnell has had a few problems. We've not been trying to kick it short. It's just cold out there. I mean, it's freezing and it's just cold, and he just hadn't been able to get his toe up under the football.
Yeah, and it's very obvious. Field position is very important. Both of Searcy's touchdowns were on relatively short drives, and just got to pin them down around their own 20 or 30-yard line at least, and that'll really help.
In this similar to last week, weren't we 13-12 and 19-18, against Arkadelphia? 18-13? Yeah, okay, so very similar to last week.
Yeah, well, we need to slobber knock them.
We need to do that. It's true. Auction. If you're watching on Saturday morning, we have the auction coming up tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, Sunday afternoon at 1, and then Greyhound football will air on Wednesday night because Tuesday night we're having the auction also at 6 o'clock. So here's the schedule. If you're watching on Saturday morning, we'll have our auction beginning Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, go all afternoon and all into the evening, and then have auction again Tuesday night at 6 with Greyhound football on Wednesday night. If you're watching on Wednesday night, you already know all that.
Randy, we've got 24 minutes.
24 minutes, and hopefully it's not the last 24 minutes. The Greyhounds will kick off here to start the second half. The first half we went ahead and tried to take the ball, and then Searcy had that kind of unique onside kick, I guess you would call it, and got the ball and really got the momentum started with them.
We are just about underway. 24 minutes of football left on a very, very cold November Friday night. The winner to the semifinals of the 4A state. Linnell does get this one up in the air, and it is fielded at the 16 to the 20. Hounds are there, can't make a tackle. Good coverage, and boy, Fred Brown from behind. Dale Wharton along with Stacy Moore, all in on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, that's the way we want it right there. A return of only about 10 yards on the play, and a good job by Fred and Dale there. So that's where we want them to start, back in there.
Yeah, the worst starting field position of the night for the Lions.
Yeah, make them go some distance. We haven't had a lot of success stopping them, but here's a whole new half of football, and let's dominate this thing.
Nick Doyle, Vernon Rucker, Ryan Armstrong, Vincent Grady, Linnell Ellis, Stacy Moore, Buki Greer.
We're just a straight 50 is what it is.
Second back through for very little, if any. Linnell Ellis off the bottom of the pound, getting up slowly.
Only about one there, and that's a lot better than the way we started the game. Richard Greer and also Linnell on the play. Bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, 1 yard gain, 2nd down, and 9 yards to go, just underway, 3rd quarter. Linnell looks like he might have stung something on the lower extremity. That means like the lower leg. Come on, defense. Brent Martin in for Linnell. Second back through, played well by the Hounds. On the crossbuck series to the 30.
Gain is to the 31-yard line.
Maybe to the 31. You know, I just figured out, the guy doing the PA here is the guy that used to do the games at War Memorial Stadium.
Okay, what's his name? I can't place the voice.
That's him. 3rd down and 6. Look for Garlington to carry the football or throw the ball. Hounds have him wrapped up and stopped. Short of a 1st down. The Hound defense comes alive here. Vincent Grady's slow to get up, but a punting situation for Searcy. And that's big for a momentum swing.
Big stop right there for the Greyhounds. We'll see if Searcy's going to punt it. They're not necessarily run look at them punting situation.
Yeah, they go in deep punt formation. Ball at the 34. Don't jump off sides, Hounds. The Hound defense holds. Stay back, guys. Don't even try to rush. Buki Greer with a block. Buki Greer picks it up. 10, 5, touchdown, Buki Greer. Buki Greer with a block, and the Greyhounds take the lead.
2, right? Do they know that? We got to go for 2.
Buki Greer with a block, and the Hounds take the lead for the first time this year against the Searcy Lions.
Had to have the momentum, and that was a great play. Richard came there, looked like unblocked, and there was no way that punter was going to get it off. Richard did a great job of fielding that ball and going on in the end zone, about 30 yards or so.
Yeah, we'll give him 20-something yards, give him 25. And with 9:49 to play in the 3rd, the Hounds take the lead and will go for 2. Leading 18-13. Motion man right is EJ. Second back through is tripped and swamped under at the 10, Jerry Brown. No 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the defender was ready for that one. No chance for Jerry, but again, let's don't get down. The momentum's on our side. Don't worry about that play right now.
Hounds lead at 18-13.
He blocked a touchdown. Kicking a touchdown. Block kick. Nothing changes momentum more than a block punt or stopping the other guy on 4th down. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family from James Morehart, New York Life, Mainstay Funds. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a wonderful Christmas. Happy holidays from James Morehart. Be sure to watch Investment Strategies with James Morehart on Cable 15. ASU Newport's a great place to start. Pre-registration times are available and dates by contacting the university for the upcoming spring semester, which will get underway in January. My goodness, this fall semester is about over already. If you'd like to take a course or 2 or a full semester, be sure to contact ASU Newport at the Air Base on Victory Boulevard. 512-7800. ASU Newport, a great place to start. Hounds lead by 5.
Linnell Ellis to kick for the Greyhounds, and the momentum, it sure has. It has swung our way. This kick will be okay at the 24 if we can tackle there. Wrap up. Kid from Searcy across the 35, 36, and that'll work from there.
Like Dale Wharton and others on the play, again, a return of about 11 or 12 on that one. Not as bad as midfield, but still like to have a little better field position.
Hound defense, which has held Searcy the first possession of this half, back on the field. 9:42 to play in the third quarter. The Hounds lead 18-13.
Okay, here's the deal. They just went with motion. We went with motion. They brought everybody. So they're guessing with you. So you still are all right back to the head side. But if it were me, I'd just go back to what you were.
Fullback.
And I think
for big yardage. On first down across the 40 to the 41. Sammy Scott into the football game.
Off tackle, nub trap, that'll be there too. Anything like that, but you're all right.
And a pickup of 5 for the big fullback, Goodwin.
Yeah, a little too much on first down right there. Looked like Richard Greer and also Vincent on the play, but like to have those 1-yard first down plays like that last series.
See if the Hound defense can get a big play here. 9:12 remaining third quarter. Hounds lead by 5.
He can do that.
Fullback. Tackled by Jerry Brown near a first down. Well, that's what Searcy does. They just run right at you, and they like to power the football.
Yeah, that fullback just wore us out the first time, and last week I think he had about 121 yards against Monticello. Got 5 that time, very, very close to a first down.
10 yards back.
Ball at the 47. You'll see the measuring sticks come out. Have 8:51 to play here in the third quarter. And that's enough for a Searcy Lion first down.
Well, just defense is playing a little better, David, in the second quarter, and here so far in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter. They're going to make some more first downs and move the ball some, but we have the lead now, and you feel like if you can stop them, and we'll get the ball and maybe go score.
8:45, clock moving here in the third quarter. Hounds leading. First down and 10. Vernon Rucker's out of the football game. He's getting taped over here on the sidelines. This is the tailback. Crosses the 50 to the 49. Good hitting by the Newport Greyhound defense after a short gain. But a good play on first down of at least 3 for the Lions.
Yeah, about 4 yards. Again, another pretty good first play. Stacy Moore on his 10th tackle of the game right there. Stacy's having a good game.
Ball in Greyhound territory. How about a fumble here? Fullback. Godwin up. We're down to the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 2. Good power football that time by the Lions.
Yeah, just again the fullback, a very basic play, about 4, 2 straight plays of 4 yards, brings up third and 2. A great situation for them.
Coach Mathis, they veer blocked this.
Antoine Hardaway into the game for Ryan Armstrong. Hounds have too many on the field. Now Ryan's going to come off. Quarterback option. Hit and not going to make the first down. Oh, what a spot. He's going to get a great spot, and it's in 4-down territory for the Lions. Very important call for Searcy right here. It's 4th down and 1. If you go for it and don't make it, the momentum certainly switches over or stays with the Newport Greyhounds. And Searcy will go. Watch the offsides play. If you punt, back Newport up, you're playing into the Greyhounds' hands. I think a good call by the Lions to go right here. Watch the football, guys. Fumble the football. It is loose. And who got it? If Searcy got it, it's a first down. If they got it, it's a first down. If the Hounds have it, obviously it's their football. First down, Searcy. Hounds had it stopped. The kid fumbled the football and fell on it. First down, Searcy.
Well, it's just one of those things where the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Typically, when you fumble it into that linebacker area like that, you get it. But they just had a guy in the area, and that's huge for their momentum.
First down and 10, Searcy at the 41-yard line. Hounds had him stopped on 4th down and 1. Big break for the Lions. Fullback. Not a lot there. Look at the Hounds. swarming the football. Ryan Armstrong, Stacy Moore, Buki Greer, Vernon Rucker, who's checked back in. Nick Doyle off the bottom of the pile. A host of Greyhounds, a multitude.
Takes a while to get all that written down. I'm trying to get down all the tacklers. Got about 4 there on the play, and defense playing with a little more motion in the second half. Gain of about 2.
Second down and 8 for the Lions with 5:50 to play here in the third quarter. Newport leading 18-13.
Watching the game.
At the 39. Here is Garlington running left. Ryan Armstrong is there. Fumble the football, and do the Hounds have it? No fumble. Garlington still with the football. We're excited in the booth. Stacy Moore, Ryan Armstrong among others.
Had Ryan and Stacy both on the play, and looked like that quarterback's a little bit shaken again. That same thing happened in the first half, a little shaken up. Maybe that'll affect him.
Garlington is limping. We're watching the Newport defensive huddle. Third down and 9. A passing situation, obviously, and here comes Buki Greer. Yeah, Garlington is limping. Trip receiver set to the top of your screen. Fullback near the 34 to the 33 on 3rd and 9, and that's going to be short of a first down. Hound defensive coach is talking about where the knee went down back at the 35, but Searcy gets the good spot. 4th down and 2. This is huge. You say it's early? Yes, it is. 4:25 to play in the third. Fullback, first down. First down for the Searcy Lions. There's 4:08 to play here in the third quarter. Yep. First down at the 28.
Just your basic fullback again, E.J. Giles and Ryan Armstrong on the play, but a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Hounds are going to have a turnover here. Stop them, Greyhounds. First down and 10 from the 28. I think I called it 30 at the 28-yard line. This is the quarterback. He is sacked, and the ball is loose, and who has it? Give it to the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds have it. The Newport Greyhounds with a big sack. Vincent Grady comes up with a football for the Newport Greyhounds.
Thank you, Searcy. Throwing them up. All right, let's go.
Searcy backed up to throw the football, and the blitz came. Who was with the heat?
Well, I couldn't really see, David. I was so excited I didn't really catch it, but the loss of about 5 on the play. You know, the Newport Greyhound offense has not been on the field here in the second half. It'll be our first snap.
Hearing Coach Bill Keaty behind us say, okay, guys, now let's go to work. Here we go. First down and 10 Hounds from the 33-yard line. Sweep right. Great block by Buki. Jerry Brown across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Falling short of that.
But a good play on first down. Just a sweep right. Greer got the big block. Block 30 coming from that linebacker position. He's solid.
Yeah, David, you talked about 60 and 30 flying to the football. 30 won't fly as fast next time.
Second down and 4 for the Hounds with 3:10 to play in the third, leading by 5. Bo Braun, Tyrone Watkins, Bo Moss, Robert Turner, Josh Austin, and Nick Doyle up front.
There it is.
Trap play, Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown 50. Jerry Brown 45, 40. Jerry Brown 35, 30. Jerry Brown inside the 30-yard line to the 28-yard line.
Right there.
Big trap block by Tyrone Watkins.
The Human Bowling Ball. First down, Greyhounds. Let's go, guys. Score here, and it's all on our side.
Greyhounds lead 18-13 with 2:54 left in the third quarter, and the clock moving. The winner advances to the Final Four.
Well, all they did is squirm.
Ball at the 28-yard line.
See the corners, they're just ignoring our tight end.
Linnell lowering his head. Trying the right side. into the Greyhound boundary.
Can't see where the spot is yet. Looks like a gain of probably around 3.
They got us for holding.
Didn't see that, and that's a big penalty right there. But, the way we're playing right now, we can overcome that. We overcome it last week a couple of times.
Yeah, I hadn't seen any penalties tonight, and then the Hounds come knocking on the door, and we get the old holding call.
Well, that's all right, though. It's been a well-officiated ball game. They've stayed out of it. The officials have let both teams play. And that one from the spot of the foul will back it up 10.
Who's that on?
Yeah, back to the 35-yard line, so it'll be first down. And about 18. Hounds don't have to get it all back here on first down. 2:35 remaining in the third quarter. They had a call, they had a play there with Lamar. Coach Tim Branham saw the safety cheating over, and it wasn't going to work, so Coach had to call timeout.
Yeah, you definitely cannot afford a bad play right now. First down and about 18. Get 6 or 7 at a time.
And then he's one-on-one.
Whew. Yes, need me to say something? I'll tell you that Taylor Chrysler, Taylor Ford still has some great deals out at the Chrysler Place. There's still 0% and 0.9% money on many units. Taylor Ford, Taylor Chrysler coming up toward the end of the month. Be watching for another showcase presentation from Taylor Ford and Taylor Chrysler featuring John Pennington. Premier Video and Premier Tans, great gift ideas are the gift baskets or movie rental cards or tanning certificates, and we'll have a bunch of them on the auction from Premier starting Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Greyhounds first down and 18.
There he is.
Nick Doyle is open, and the pass is late, and Nick is tripped. No penalty flag. Nick was there. Good job of recovering by the Searcy secondary. Pass just overthrown.
Yeah, just a little bit out of there. I thought he was hit too. Thought there was some contact there, but the referee didn't even hardly look at it. So second down and 18 for the Greyhounds.
And important that the Hounds get some positive yardage here. Holding penalty has been tough on the Hounds here. Jerry Brown in the football game. Jerry Brown in the secondary. Jerry Brown 20. Jerry Brown 15, 10, 5. Down inside the 4 to the 3, and maybe the 2-yard line goes Jerry Brown.
Well, David, Jerry Brown has been the difference offensively in this football game since mid-season. We said late in the first half he hadn't been much of a factor and then got involved on a couple of nice plays. He has been the offensive difference for our football team, as well as Linnell and Buki and Ronnie and everybody else that line has played. But Jerry Brown, again, the difference.
First down and goal from the 3. Linnell Ellis. Did he get in? Short. He's at the inch line.
David, I think you'll remember last week when we got the holding call, Jerry Brown got us out of the hole. We had a big, probably second and about 20 or so. Jerry went 69 yards. Here he goes with another big run. Let's punch it in with a sneak.
1:43 remaining in the third quarter. Hounds lead 18-13. Dale Case, are they going to give it to him? Oh, I would have thought he'd have been in very. Now, touchdown, Greyhound. Dale Case, 1-yard sneak.
That's what we got to do right there. Our number one play at times, the quarterback sneak, 1 yard, Ronnie Dale Case touchdown. The score is now 24-13 Newport, and I imagine we'll go for 2 again. Now he's tying his shoe. We're going to kick it.
Yeah, up by 11. This would put us up by 12. That's right. That's what we talked about last week. Right here's where you go for 1.
Go for 1, so then 2 possessions cannot tie you. Right now you lead by 11. A touchdown, 2-point conversion, and field goal could tie the game. You would force them to score at least 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and 2 field goals, you know, to win the ball game.
Yeah, the 2 possessions, if one's a field goal, could not beat you at that. That is correct. So a big kick.
Kick it.
Kick it one time, Bo.
Okay, you there? You there?
It is no good. But that's okay. The Hounds lead at 24-13.
They've got an 11-point lead right here, so, don't let that hurt our momentum. Great drive for the Greyhounds again. It appears much like last week where, Searcy's not going to be able to stop this running game, so let's go.
All right. A minute 19, Bud. The Hounds with Buki Greer's big block, and then defense got the fumble and drove the football some 67 yards.
Let me talk a little quietly here because Coach Keaty's trying to visit with Coach Branham on the headsets behind us, so I'm going to try to be quiet here. Remind you that White River Ambulance and Paramedic, their number's 523-3908. Dwayne Kirker and company rooting for the Greyhounds just like we are, and they're there for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, emergency or transfer. Good folks who, as I said, are rooting for the Greyhounds. White River Ambulance and Paramedic, 523-3908. Don't forget Porky Pig, Saturday morning. If you're watching on Saturday morning, Porky Pig starting about 11:30 is going to be up there outside our office with lots of ribs and goodies. And then we'll have Porky Pig items for sale Sunday on the auction. Here we go with the kickoff.
Split in. Motion and close corner to the split in.
Linnell to kick.
Get the ball.
Ball is loose, but Searcy will recover in tremendous field position once again for the Lions.
Well, again, you just wish Linnell would just punch that ball deep. I know it's cold and everything, but he's shown a great ability at times to kick the ball in the end zone, and that just kills you when you give them that kind of field position at their own at 50.
Yeah, with so much time left here, minute 17 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, Dave, we have momentum on our side, and, hold them to a first down or two here and get the ball back.
Calvin Wren in. Somebody's got to come out. Buki comes out. Second back through.
He's going to need it. They don't flat.
Big gain going right side. Tackle made by Stacy Moore. Pickup of about 8.
Yeah, big first down. 8 yards has been probably their longest running play of the night, but they've strung so many of those together. 2nd and 2.
Got to take Buki out to give him a break.
About 7 weeks ago, the Searcy Lions had every opportunity in the world to quit. 15 of them did. These kids that are left out there won't quit.
It's been a phenomenal story for the Lions.
Okay, run the trap.
2nd down and 2.
He's run the trap. That's what we do.
Fullback tackled by Vernon Rucker, but not before Godwin gets the first down to the 39. See, when you kick, and I know, of course, we didn't mean to kick it, but you kick it and they get it at the 50, they got one first down, and they're near the 35.
Yeah, again, Searcy has 2 touchdowns tonight, and both of them, they started somewhere near midfield, not too far from it. So, I mean, that's just what you got to do is get them started inside their 30.
We've got to play with what's been dealt to us here. First down and 10 at the 38. Yeah, these Searcy Lions won't quit. Garlington rolls. He looks, he throws deep, and it is out of reach of his intended receiver, Dacus, with 16.3 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
It just way overthrown, and the quarterback ended up on the ground again. I didn't see who got him, but a little slow to get up again there, so love to have some pressure.
Well, the Hounds are 12 minutes and 16.3 seconds away from the Final Four, leading by 11. A lot of football left to play.
Yeah, it's 2nd down in the 10. 2nd down and 10. I'm getting cold. From the 38.
We need to stop.
Quarterback rolls. Under pressure. It's short. Pressure was applied by Nick Doyle. Garlington slow to get up again. Garlington is real slow to get up.
He gets a little more tender every time. It seems like if he gets hit, he gets a little slower to get up. Good pressure from Nick and others there, and that's always the key to the passing game.
3rd down and 10.
Boy, hold them right here for a couple of plays, guys, and then you really like your chances. 12 seconds left, third quarter. Newport leads 24-13. 3rd and 10. Hold them, Hounds.
Trip receivers right. One receiver left. Garlington to throw. He has all day. Throws across the middle. In and out of the receiver's hands. He'd have had it at the 20 to 25 and might have gotten inside the 15 to the 10.
Big break for the Hounds right there. The guy was open, the pass was there, and just the cold hands got him. Did not put pressure on the quarterback there. We all laid back, and that sometimes hurts you.
Will the Hounds apply pressure here? You know that Searcy will be going.
David, at Batesville, we applied no pressure. They threw it successfully all night. At Arkadelphia, we kept the heat on them. They couldn't, throw 1-3 yards down the field. Had one big pass play, and that was it. Let's don't stand around and look, guys. I mean, come after them.
Is Buki in the game? Quarterback. Complete, and a first down for Searcy. That is big for the Searcy Lions.
15-yard completion to Nathan Rutledge, one of those long line of Rutledges that's played here. So a big first down, and Searcy can still feel some momentum.
On 4th and 10. And that ends the third quarter of play with the score of the Greyhounds 24 and Searcy 13.
And if we hold them here, the ball game is over, folks. But Searcy has new life. Now we're a long way from over because they are a big threat to score now inside the 25. Give them credit. The kid was wide open, made a diving catch to get to the ball. And Greyhounds, well, you like an 11-point lead, but Searcy is awfully close to scoring here. And if they do, they'll still trail, but Old Mo will have swung back to their side. Greyhounds got to come up with a stop. I think we can win the football game seriously by stopping them on this possession. I thought we could have won it on that play right there, so have to do it on some more plays. Give them credit. It's cold, and they caught the ball. Greyhounds, as we just talked about, our philosophy against Batesville was to fade back and look for the screen pass, and they threw for a half a zillion yards. And our philosophy against Arkadelphia was to go attack the quarterback. And in the fourth quarter, he was so demoralized and beaten up after having been sacked 9 times. Here tonight, you've got an injured quarterback who's hobbling. The Hounds, when they do come after him, have been getting to him. And I think we've got to continue that philosophy of getting after him.
Ball at the 23-yard line after Searcy converted on the last play of the third quarter on 4th and 10. The big kid Goodwin out of the football game. Quarterback draw for a couple to the 21. 2nd down and 8.
And Nick Doyle and Vernon Rucker wasn't going to have any of that. They stayed home and played that extremely well. Like a gain of about 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 8. And again, game may be riding on this drive.
David, Searcy wants at least the field goal on this possession. That would put them within 1 possession of a tie.
Hounds looking for a fumble. Quarterback rolls left, he throws. Jerry Brown defensively there, tips it away in the end zone. What a play by little Jerry Brown.
Yeah, Jerry read it all the way, perfect coverage, and looked at the ball as we always want him to see him do, and just tipped it away at the last moment. Perfect defense, 3rd and 8.
11:18 to play here in the football game. Hounds leading 24-13. Boy, every play is huge. Trip receivers going left, single receiver right. Shotgun formation. Here comes Greer. Incomplete.
4th down, this is it.
Greer along with Vincent Grady applying the pressure. What will Searcy do on 4th and 8?
Made him throw it just a shade early, David, instead of standing back there. He saw the heat coming, and so that was the difference as he overthrew the ball a little bit.
Searcy converted on their last 4th down. Will they try a field goal? Ball at the 21. Have to snap it there to about the 28 to be a 38-yard field goal. Searcy will go. Hounds must get some pressure. Quarterback rolling left. Being chased by Wren. He throws, and it is incomplete. And the Newport Greyhounds hold. The Newport Greyhounds have held the Searcy Lions at the 21-yard line.
Just now, avoid the turnover. A lot of time left, Randy, see? But avoid the turnover, even if you run off 2 or 3 minutes off the clock and have to kick. Don't turn the thing over here leading by 11.
Absolutely. The way we talked last week, don't give them anything. Well, I tell you what, the Searcy rolled the quarterback to try to avoid the pressure. I mean, it was the purpose of rolling it there, but again, just not enough room.
Hounds will line up with their second offensive possession of the half. Is that right?
Yep.
My goodness. Jerry Brown trying to get outside, hold on to the football. Boy, just tough running across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
I tell you, guys, offensively, he's been a difference in our football team from midseason on.
He certainly has, Bud.
Jerry Brown shouldn't have gotten any yardage on that play and ended up with 5. Searcy was really selling out to stop the run. You can tell they were really stacked in there, and Jerry got 5.
I'd like to see us go score and take about 10 minutes and 40 seconds to do it.
Second down and 5 for the Hounds at the 26-yard line. Bo Braun leads the offensive lineup. Ronnie Delcase, your Greyhound quarterback. Big hole, Linnell Ellis. First down, Greyhounds to the 36-yard line.
10 yards, David. Every first down means at least another couple of minutes off the clock, so every first down is great.
Just keep on keeping on. 10:24 left. Hounds by 11, 24-13 against a team that beat them by 31 points 2 months ago.
10:15 to play. Come on, Greyhounds. Power left. Linnell tripped up. Boy, 60's just a player. Good play on first down from the 36. And Linnell has a cramp. A cramp in this weather.
Yeah, it's 3 degrees below zero. I got a cramp. Of course, he plays a lot both ways, and that's going to happen to you. So let's hope that that's all it is. A Charlie horse. 9:54 to go. The clock stops with the timeout with the injured player. 24-13 Greyhounds. The winner will be at home Friday night, probably playing Greenwood. They were ahead 28-7, I think their coaches said, at halftime or close to it. They were playing J.A. Fair, the team that upset Osceola. So Greenwood is a football team, throws the ball a lot. We're not worried about them. Searcy's not worried about them. There's a lot of football left right here. The Hounds want to keep getting 5, 6, 4 yards, drive it down the field. And now, as you can see, Linnell is okay, limping a little bit with that Charlie horse. I hate to have him out of the ball game, though. That's the one thing. You know, he's one of those 200-plus pound bruisers. Man, it's cold. I can't talk.
I know. 9:46 and the clock moving. Hounds can work a little clock here. Second down and a long 6 or a short 7. Hounds. Jerry Brown in a little trouble, fighting for yardage. Face mask penalty, we think. There was a flag coming, the official on the far side, and it was, we will sort it out. Holding against the Greyhounds.
Well, they've called, didn't call those all night in the last couple of drives. They seem to have called them. They've just kind of snuck up on us. We thought we saw a face mask right there, but that'll be 10 on us.
9:26 to go. This might not be all bad if we can make 5 at a time. It's going to be second down, probably about 15, depending on where the final spot ends up. Yeah. So make you 5 or 6 yards here on a couple of 3 plays. Use up some clock.
Yeah, Hounds have to get just beyond the 45 for a first down, having the ball at the 30. It's second down. Clock moves to 9:15. Boy, it's wide open here on the left side. Trap play. Jerry Brown can't get there. Played well defensively by Searcy. It's going to bring up third down for the Hounds.
Good thing the backside got there, David, because it was opening up in a hurry out here for Jerry Brown to run for a long way.
Hounds have gotten away from the toss sweep.
Sure have. An interesting call right here, 3rd and 14. You like to get the first down, but at the same time, you really want to keep the clock moving. That gets very, very critical right now. If you keep the clock moving, that's an extra 30 seconds or so you've got.
8:40 it says, and it's moving on 3rd down and long.
Lamar draws double coverage. Inside handoff to Linnell, running outside, Linnell, 40, Linnell, 50, Linnell, dragged down from behind. First down, Newport Greyhounds on the inside trap play. What a call by Coach Tim Branham.
25 yards for Linnell, and boy, what a huge, massive first down.
Huge, Randy.
24-13, Hounds have the lead. Nobody's going to hang 52 on them tonight.
First down and 10, and the 25-second clock down to 10. I don't know if the Hounds will get it off.
If you just joined us, well, we can always call a timeout. Just we apologize for the camera bouncing up and down. There are people out there jumping up and down around the camera.
Linnell Ellis breaks the tackle. Linnell fighting for yardage. Linnell near another first down for the Newport Greyhounds.
10 yards. I was worried because, we got down to the 25-second clock was down to almost 1 there. You always worry if you try to rush it, you might bust the play, but we didn't bust that one. 9 yards on the play.
Linnell comes out again, limping.
Boy, David, in the second half, our kids have become, here the last 4 or 5 games of the season, just a powerfully physical football team in the second half. Wearing the other guys down. 7.5 left. We're up by 11. Don't get cocky. Let's hang on to the ball. Move it.
Quarterback sneak, first down Hounds, plus some. Look at the surge from the Newport Greyhound offensive line. Ball was loose, but after the play, first down for the Hounds at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, give all the credit to the offensive line, Josh Austin, the bowling ball, Tyrone Watkins, Robert Kurtner. Robert Kurtner's at Fayetteville now, I think. Robert Turner and Bo Moss and Bo Braun, Nick Doyle.
Boy, what a job that group has done. They're still working on Bo over here on the sideline, still got cramps. Hounds working the clock, the 25-second clock down to 10. Hounds run. The offsides play. Good call there. Had the Searcy Lions jumping, but not enough to go offsides.
6:50 left in the game in regulation. Newport leads by 11, 24-13. Want to thank our great sponsors who've been with us throughout the year, sponsoring Greyhound football, including Premier Video and Premier Tans, White River Ambulance and Paramedic, Taylor Ford, Taylor Chrysler, ASU Newport, a great place to start, James Morehart, Mainstay Funds on McLean Street, Merchants and Planters Bank, Harris Hospital, Expert Healthcare close to home, Medallion Snack Food Products, Greenway Equipment Company, George Kell Motors, George Rogers Communication and Two-Way Radio, the Jackson Funeral Homes of Northeast Arkansas, U.S. Pizza Company and Biddles, Newport Federal Savings Bank, Lakeside Chevrolet Buick, Payless, Rent to Own, moving to 803 Malcolm, Riverboat Real Estate, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kurtner Lumber Company, Jim Brandt, Edward D. Jones Company, and the Sonic Drive-In.
First down and 10 for the Greyhounds. 6:50 remaining. Linnell Ellis right in the middle for a short gain, and that's a good football play.
And I want to mention also David Farmers Oil Corporation and the Frank A. Rogers Company, which sponsors our halftime show. They always bring us the band and the whippets, but it was about 3 degrees too cold for the band to perform on the field tonight. The Frank A. Rogers Company will be sponsoring the whippet performances during our Newport basketball season also.
Pick up a 4 for Linnell.
Yeah, excellent play. Again, running that clock down to about 6:20 now. Let's run the clock.
Ball rested about the 28-yard line. Second down and 6. Bo Ellis left. Bo Ellis hang on to the ball. Bo close to another Newport Greyhound first down. Very close, and they're going to measure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't make it. That gives you a chance to run the quarterback sneak and run that much more clock, so it's not necessarily that important that you get it right here.
Yeah, what Randy's about to say, and I thought I was going to say, is absolutely right. You know, you don't mind if it's 3rd and short here, get an extra play and run another 20 seconds off the clock.
That's short, too.
Yeah, that's going to be short, and the Hounds will be able to. Of course, even on the first down, they could run some time off the clock.
5:57 to go, and I know a lot of Cinderellas and people talking about Searcy's a Cinderella ball club, and this one's a long way from being over, and a lot can happen, and I'll never call one over until it's over. But wouldn't this be something?
Hounds will have a chance to get it from 2:57 down to about 2:30. Yeah, Ronnie will run it. 5:30 something before he has to snap. 25-second clock at 10, game clock now at 5:40. Quarterback sneak, get down, first down Greyhounds. What a surge by the offensive line.
2 yards by Ronnie, first down Greyhounds, and that gives you a chance to run another couple of minutes at least. Searcy will probably start using some timeouts here pretty quick, so might not be able to run as much as normal.
How big was the block punt by Buki?
Oh, I'm telling you what, our offensive line, Dave, you know what, in August they couldn't block me and Klepechka, but now there ain't anybody that can't block.
Well, you and Klepechka are pretty big boys. 5:20 remaining, first down and 10 for the Hounds at the 21. Hound fans encourage them to go Hounds, go. Big crowd for the Hounds here tonight. Jerry Brown still on his feet. Jerry Brown fighting for yardage. Near another first down. It's going to be second down and about 1. Clock will continue to move. 4:50 to play, and the Hounds can run it down to about 4:30 before they have to snap it.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Ronnie Delcase will let the 25-second clock run down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Quarterback sneak. Delcase down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, and that's big because it'll be first down and goal from the 7.
4-yard quarterback sneak, we love that, and that clock's getting down there in good shape now. We can run it or score it now.
Yeah, normally you get a 1-yard first down and you get it at the 10. It's first and goal. You like your chances at first down and goal from the 7. 4:20 to play in the football game.
Greyhounds lead 24-13. You see them break the huddle. A touchdown, of course, will just about ice it. We just as soon use some more clock here. 4:10 left.
Sneaking every time.
Quarterback sneak is wide open. Linnell Ellis fighting for the goal line. Did he make it? He is short, and that's okay. We can run another
quarterback
half minute off the clock. Hounds have the football at the 1.
Like what quarterback sneak it as many times as necessary right here. One more touchdown should put it away.
Now Ronnie needs to get in there behind Bo, behind Robert, behind Tyrone. Don't go over the top, go low. Delcase. Touchdown Greyhounds! Hounds go 79 yards for the score!
Another great fourth quarter drive. We've done this so many times. Long drive, running on the ground every single time. The score is now Newport 30, Searcy 13.
3:17 to play in the football game. Linnell Ellis, or Ronnie Delcase with a 1-yard sneak.
Fans and folks are visiting at home for Thanksgiving to come out and have coffee and donuts and just visit and reminisce. And we're going to try to keep that tradition going. We'll get with the Booster Club and find out what their plans are. But hopefully we'll have a little get-together on the Thanksgiving morning in support of this football team. It's an incredible story. Your Newport Greyhounds are in the Final Four, folks. I mean, after being 2-3 and people saying, boy, we're not going to be very good, are we? And then you lose Jeffrey Valentine, and his football team has done what a lot of outstanding Newport football teams was unable to do, win the first 2 in the playoffs. We're down from 32 teams down to 4. My goodness, would you believe it? You got to be there Friday night. Anything final, guys? Yeah, let's go to the... We're going for the Krispy Kreme donuts, y'all. I tell you what, we just keep winning. I'm going to keep ordering those Krispy Kremes for Randy Klepechka and David Black. I'm Bud Black. The final again from Searcy. Newport 30, the Lions 13. So long for now.